Hello everyone, this is Culture Junkie here, and I am here today to record my predictions for the 2018 WWE Backlash live on pay-per-view and the WWE Network this Sunday, May 6, 2018. This is the first official pay-per-view following WrestleMania. Yes, last Friday we had the greatest Royal Rumble from Saudi Arabia. But let's be honest, that was just a glorified house show that they did on the network, but it was also on pay-per-view. But really, did they progress any storylines? No, they did not. So we're going to take a look at all the matches that have been announced for the show, and I'm going to share my thoughts, predictions, opinions, and just tell you what I think about everything. So Backlash, if you have not been keeping up with current events, is actually the first official pay-per-view where both Raw and SmackDown superstars will be participating on the same show. That's right, we've had standalone pay-per-views for Raw and for SmackDown for the past, almost a year and a half, 2 years almost we're going on, ever since they did the new brand split. And if you're wondering, well, why are they doing it on a show that's not WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, etc.? Well, they'd like to say, oh, there's just so many stars, we got to get them on all these shows because it's just so fun and amazing to have all the stars there, right? Well, actually, that is just a load of crap, okay? The real reason they're doing this is because attendance for those standalone shows for Raw and standalone shows for SmackDown has not been anywhere near what they wanted. They haven't had sellout shows as much as they like to think they have or say that they have. They haven't. And, of course, the reason is you have half of your stars on one show, half on the other, and the audience goes there hoping to see all of the stars. And when you don't have all the stars announced, you don't have all the top matches there, then you're not going to get a full attendance. So this is the first official pay-per-view where we will have Raw and SmackDown superstars competing on the same show. So therefore, we're going to have rivalries that are happening on SmackDown and rivalries that are happening on Raw, and we're going to see the matches happen on the same pay-per-view. However, because this is also around the time of the Superstar Shakeup, and we have Raw superstars fighting SmackDown superstars over title belts, in which case there's no way that they're going to have the titles go to another show. Alright, let's start things off here. We have a tag team match of Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Interesting thing to point out, this is a tag team match that just got thrown together at the last minute from last week's Raw, and it's not for anything. There's not like a title opportunity for them to go for the tag belt, which honestly, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should be challenging for the tag title if they're going to keep them as a team or as a stable or whatever they're going to call them. They need to have some gold. They need to win some matches and have some title belts, so why not make them the tag team champs? Hopefully from here they'll go on to feud with Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, but we'll see what happens. But again, this is not for a tag title. And by the way, there are no tag team title matches announced for this show. Maybe they announce one at the last minute for the kickoff or the pre-show or whatever they have. But right now, there are no tag title matches announced for this pay-per-view. Odd. So for this match, I'm predicting, obviously, it's going to be Strowman and Lashley getting the win. Most likely, I think it's going to be Strowman getting a pin over Sami Zayn. The next matchup we have is Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. This is Big Cass's first pay-per-view match since he came back from injury, but I don't think he is going to win. My money is going to be on Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan just had an amazing performance at the Greatest Royal Rumble where he basically wrestled the entire hour-plus long match, and it was amazing. That was the only great thing about the Rumble itself. So my prediction for this will be Daniel Bryan makes Big Cass tap out. I don't think he's going to get a pin. I think it'll be a yes lock. Next up, we have Roman Reigns against Samoa Joe. Basically, you have a SmackDown star versus a Raw star because Joe is now on SmackDown. This match doesn't have any type of stipulation. It really should have something, like a winner gets a title shot, winner gets to go on to something, but there isn't anything like that. Really, it seems like this is just, okay, we need Roman to fight somebody because Brock is not going to be at this show. If Brock was at the show, then it'd be another Roman Reigns-Lesnar fight. I would love for Samoa Joe to get the win here. Unfortunately, we know it seems like they're going to push Roman over everybody until they can get him built back up to be the one to conquer the beast again, which he still hasn't done, and he won't do. It probably will be Roman Reigns, but I would like it to be Samoa Joe. Next up, we have the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match, Carmella defending against the former champ Charlotte Flair. This match could really go either way. I'm not sure if they would have Carmella have such a short title reign of only a couple weeks. But at the same time, I think there's more money to be made in having her go a long heel run. So I would see this match ending in some kind of count out or disqualification. Maybe the Iconics interfere and they cost Charlotte the match to continue on with their feud. I could see where we get the Iconics come out to help out Carmella, and then at the same time we get Becky Lynch and Asuka. They come out to assist Charlotte, and it ends in just a big brawl. I'm predicting it's going to end with a disqualification with outside interference. Next up, we have the WWE Raw Women's Championship match of Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. This has been a very strange rivalry. Alexa Bliss has not really been very active in the ring since WrestleMania. Obviously, it's been out there on her Twitter and other social media that she had a breast enhancement surgery, and that's possibly why she hasn't been as active in the ring, because she's recovering from that. In addition, Nia Jax has hardly done anything in the ring as well, so she's hardly had a match or any kind of moment since winning the title. And it's still a bizarre storyline where Nia Jax was a heel, but now because Alexa Bliss and Mickie James made fun of her weight, she's now babyface because we're supposed to feel bad for her being picked on. But at the same time, Alexa Bliss has been doing these Moments of Bliss segments on Raw the last 2 weeks, and I have to say they are awesome. Alexa Bliss, of course, is one of the best on the mic right now as far as the female wrestlers go, and they're hilarious and awesome. It's so funny how she plays it so serious, but they're not. But the way she talks about Nia Jax being the bully, even though Alexa is supposed to be the bully, of course, in this storyline. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Alexa Bliss promos. I would love to see that continue on with anyone else that she feuds with. For this, I would like to see Alexa Bliss win. I want to see her back with the title, and I want to see her continue just being awesome in the ring like she is. So I'm going to say Alexa Bliss wins the title back. Next up, we have the WWE United States Championship match. Jeff Hardy, the champ, defending against Randy Orton. This should be a decent match, but it's going to be Hardy for the win with a swanton pinfall. There's a possibility that we might see Shelton Benjamin make an appearance of some sort. He could come out to the ring area, maybe cause some interference. I also heard rumors that they might even include him in the match. Who knows? Which would be fine. I'd rather see a triple threat than just a one-on-one Orton match, because Orton matches are horrible in my opinion. But either way, I'm predicting Jeff Hardy will retain the title. Then we have the WWE Intercontinental title match of the champion Seth Rollins versus the former champ The Miz. They've really been hyping up The Miz breaking Jericho's record for the most Intercontinental title reigns. I'm not sure if they would have him win and do that yet. I think there's a lot of money in that, and I think they could wait until possibly when Jericho's going to be back with the company for a little bit, and then really make a more special moment out of Miz winning the IC title again, and then going on to breaking records, and maybe Jericho comes in to challenge him to defend that, something like that. I'd rather see them hold that off. So for our main event, we have the WWE title as the main event match. That's right, because hello, Brock Lesnar is not going to work this show, so we finally get to have the WWE Championship as the main event, which should be the main event every time anyways. And this is a no disqualification match because Shinsuke Nakamura continues to attack AJ Styles' balls. So in this match, Nakamura can go for them as much as he wants to because there's no DQ. And this way there will be a final declared winner, because at the Greatest Royal Rumble it ended in a DQ whenever Nakamura delivered a low blow, and they kept fighting outside the ring and went to a count out and so forth. One thing I have to say before this though is I wish they could stick to just one name for this type of match, because we have street fight, we have no holds barred, we have no DQ. Okay, there's other ones I can think of too, but just call it one thing. It's always annoyed me whenever they come up and say, hey, tonight you're going to fight in a street fight, and then next week you're going to fight in a no-holds-barred match. It's like, they're the same thing. Oh, okay, well, next time it'll be a no DQ. Well, again, they're all the same thing. It just means we can do whatever we want, and the match only ends by pinfall or submission in the ring. That's it. Unless you say false count anywhere, that's the only difference. So I wish they would just come up with one name to stick with to give that type of match and then move on. But so for this match, it is a no disqualification match for the WWE Championship. AJ Styles defending against Shinsuke Nakamura. This is their third match within a 4-week period. I do want to see Shinsuke Nakamura win the WWE title at some point and have a good run as champion, because he is very talented. No matter what anyone says, I don't care that he doesn't speak English as his first language. I really could care less if he ever spoke English. He could speak nothing but Japanese his entire run, and it would just be fine with me, because he can carry himself alone on all his mannerisms. So it's perfectly fine. And again, he's very talented. At first, I wasn't a big fan of them making him go heel, but he's so talented as an individual, as a wrestler, that he can pull it off. heel or face. So I'm on board either way. But I think AJ Styles has to win here because of all the times that Shinsuke's attacked him from behind and you know, done some sneak attacks with the low blows and doing the low blows in his match. So obviously AJ has to retain the title and get some kind of comeuppance on Nakamura. I do want to see them obviously later on down the line really deliver that 5-star match that we know they can do. Unfortunately, they just have not been given the right moment, build up, or time on a pay-per-view to do so. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe this match is going to blow us all away. Who knows? So my prediction for this will be AJ Styles retaining the title and still be the WWE Champion. All right, so there you have it. Those are my predictions for the 2018 WWE Backlash pay-per-view. Should be a good show. There are some good matches, and lots of good wrestlers are scheduled for the matches, so it's not going to be a bad show by any means, and we've got potentials of really good matches. Share with me in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts, your predictions. Who do you think is going to win? What direction do you think they should go from here? Where do we go from here after Backlash? Okay, I believe the next pay-per-view is, what, Money in the Bank? Who's your prediction for winning the Money in the Bank briefcase this year? There's rumors to be both a women and men's briefcase, and there's possibility they may just have a handful of stars from each show be in the same match, and then there'll just be one briefcase, and that person could cash in on either show champion. So who knows? Well, guys and gals, hope you enjoy the show. Remember, you can check it out on the WWE Network, or you can get on pay-per-view, of course. Also, remember, you can always follow along with me on Twitter. Pop Culture Junk 2 is my handle. You can follow along with me on there every time we do a WWE Network special or a pay-per-view. I'm always live tweeting if you want to talk along with me. That way you can right then and there see my reactions as we're watching the show. Well, thanks as always for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. This is the one and only Pop Culture Junkie, signing out.